and I'll read excerpts. As the train sped smoothly, Jonah sat across from Annika and silently gazed through the window, absorbing his own turbulent thoughts. Annika did the same. They didn't have much to talk about anyway, Jonah thought, and would hardly have been able to converse, even if they had tried. English was their common language, but Annika's grasp of the language was poor, and Jonah's wasn't much better. Before long, the train slowed down and came to a standstill. From the signs and banners outside their window, it was clear they had arrived at the border checkpoint for East Germany. Nervous tension settled upon the entire train, with even the noisy teenagers from the cabin next door falling silent. The East German officials not only instilled fear in their own citizens, they intimidated even the bold youth from the West. Passaport! The order shot through the passenger car corridor after a long, uneasy wait. It was followed by the echo of footsteps as the border guard marched from cabin to cabin, demanding passports. Jonah flinched when the door opened to their cabin flew open. The uniformed guard stretched his arm in their direction and snapped open his hand. Passaport! He barked, a disapproving frown on his face. They quickly handed over their tickets and passports. Jonah felt his stomach lurch when the officer opened his passport and inspected the photograph, his eyes darting from the photo to the boy and back. During an uncomfortable pause, he studied Jonah's face even more intently before abruptly closing the passport. I guess I should interject that the little boy, well, now age 14, 15, wasn't traveling with his own passport. It was, he was a stowaway, basically. Then, as quickly as he had come, he left with their passports and stopped at the next cabin. That wasn't so bad, Jonah thought. The guard was collecting everybody's passports. Routine procedure to get them stamped, most likely. 20 minutes of eerie silence followed before the same menacing footsteps were heard again. The guard was making his way back down the car, opening and closing each cabin door to return their passports. When the guard passed their cabin without opening the door, Annika threw Jonah a worried look. It was not an oversight. The guard was sending a clear signal. Jonah felt a searing pain in his stomach, but did his best to keep his fear to himself. The East German border guard continued on down the car, opening and closing doors. Then there was silence. After 10 long minutes, Jonah heard the guard approaching in his heavy boots. A few seconds later, their door flew open. The officer filled the doorway, legs spread, hands clasped behind his back, the rim of his cap pulled down to his eyebrows. After staring them down for a good minute, he tossed Annika's Swedish passport onto her lap. He then opened Azat's, this is the young boy's brother, whose passport he was traveling with, Turkish passport containing a Swedish residency permit stamp, and alternately studied the photograph and the young boy. "You," he said gruffly and pointed at Jonah. "What is your name?" His brusque manners sent shivers down the boy's spine. "Answer my question." Jonah shook his head and motioned with his hands to indicate he did not understand German. The boy had, in fact, become proficient in the language since his arrival in the country. The guard turned to Annika and demanded a reply from her. "Deutsch nichts, kein Deutsch, German no." Then she continued to blabber timidly in Swedish. Jonah did not detect his name or his brother's in her nervous chatter. "Name, name," the guard barked. It was clear he didn't appreciate a response in a foreign language. He shifted his attention back to Jonah, who shrugged his shoulders helplessly. "I Berlin?" he asked the guard. pointing to the picture in the passport. Jonah nodded sheepishly and pointed to the passport and then to himself. This picture? Yeah. The guard, yeah, Taria epaulets, put both his palms on his forehead and pushed his hair back to demonstrate. Then he motioned to Jonah to do the same. The boy maintained his mystified expression. The official gestured again. This time it was a clear order, and Jonah thought it best not to act too dim-witted. He gathered up his locks and pushed them back to expose his face and forehead.
Anybody who's encountered authority in a land where you don't speak the language, of course he does, but he's pretending he doesn't, understands exactly what this means. I've been through it, I know what it is. And I was traveling with my own bus.
Okay.
So, shall we
maybe
release
we'll
the book?
do the honors?
Yes, please. And this is something that we've all been waiting for us. Thank you so very much, Satya. A round of applause once again on the launch of his first novel ever, Grey Wolves and White Doves.
Yeah, okay.
One more. Thank you.
Well, there you go. Before we wrap, if there are any questions in the audience, if there's anything that anyone in the audience would like to